The only thing that will give you the ticket to go to a higher echelon in heavens is to help others. That's the only way you can get there. There is no other way. You can't be selfish and self-interest and materially based person. Well, you have to live, as Marx says. I'm afraid that's what he says. He says, before any priority, before anything prior, eating, drinking, sleeping, procreating comes prior to anything else. But I say it's not true. This is only a fuel. This is only a fuel for your car to carry you, your body to carry you, to do good, to believe in people, to believe in God. This is not the priority, because his philosophy based on materially based theory. So is Darwinism, so is existentialism, so is empiricism, so is physicalism, and so on. Naturalism, and so on. They all come to a point that science is the key. But science, the contrary is, the science says it's not me. That was past. That was when we were evolutionizing, reaching to an awakened stage. That is not who we are. People listen. Any godly person would say, if that's the case, I better put my ducks in a row. Because it seems like everything is disciplined and everything is orderly. What am I doing? Infringing on other people's rights, killing innocent people, act of terrorism, wars of aggression. They say we are 99.9999999 billion number of percent the same. We are more than siblings. That's what, I'm not saying that. The laboratory that they diagnose and they disintegrate humanity, human beings, that's what they say. I believe in whatever steps that I take is orchestrated, is managed by God. I don't believe in me. I am not an existentialist person. I am not. So it depends who you talk to. One day my father was coming from Iran, a happy capitalist, and I was supposed to meet him at the airport. And then he called and said the plane is going to be delayed at least 3 hours. So it was my friend with me, Saeed, and I say, look, so what do we do? That's what they say. But we, from Stockton, California, we drove to San Francisco. We go to San Francisco airport, and we stay there. Now it's about, because I'm around like 12 o'clock, and then I see I hear my name, and I go to the phone and say, and it says my father. I say, where are you? He says, I'm in your apartment. I said, are you kidding me? He said, no, we came at 9 o'clock. You know, I said, well, they gave me the wrong information, so the plane really was not delayed when we called them, correct? But there is a reason behind that now. And then we come, I said, okay, Saeed, let's go back. So the car gets a flat tire, so we fix that. And then what happens, I detour to a wrong place, and then with the grace of God, I find it, and the road is like now 1 o'clock, drizzling, very cold, snowy in San Francisco weather, you know how it is. Very difficult to I had a big Dodge, which any student would have. You could put 20 people in there. So I was just driving the car, and I said, Saeed, he says, yes. I said, I see something. He says, at that time, they say, Shawn, you have an eagle eye. I was proud of that, not now. I wear glasses now. But he says, there's something there. And I said, well, I don't see anything. I said, no, honestly, I see something. So I slowed down and slowly approach it, and I see it's a half-dead body almost, a half-dead body lying in the street close there. Well, honestly, I burst to tears. I couldn't help myself. I could have left the horse then, So I kneel down and I lift him up. Saeed helped me. We put him on the back of the car, but I don't know if he's dead or like he's freezing to death. He's just barely breathing. And I go 90 or maybe 100 miles. Says, Shawn, you're crying, you're going 100 miles, you're going to kill us. I said, no, we got to get to the hospital. And then all of a sudden, with the grace of God, police siren starts coming. There's 2 police cars following us. I said, Shawn, stop. I said, okay, but this guy can die. So I pull over. The police comes, a very, very sweet person. If he's alive, God keep him alive. He's dead, God bless his soul. He said, what are you doing? I said, we're going. And then he put the lights, and this guy is, I don't know if he's dead or not. And he looked, no hesitation. He said, follow me. So I follow him. He goes not as fast as I went, but I follow him. One ahead of me, one behind. We get him to the hospital, and thanks God, the guy makes it. So the story is sometimes God delays things for me as a human being with a limited nervous system and brain. Cannot manifest, cannot understand, cannot decipher what is happening. But believe you me, believe in Him, and whatever you are doing, just do the good work. One more thing. If you have not put your ducks in the road with Him, if you have not straighten it with Him, here, no matter how much you plead, I don't think He's answering. That's my experience. Someone else, I don't know. But once you are as disciplined as this sun, as disciplined as this moon, as disciplined as the breath you take, He will never put you down. He will never unanswer you. He will always answer you. But first, in here, you have to make sure you have straightened the whole thing, the whole concept of your living with Him first. And if you're convinced that it's it, and if sometimes some things happen, say, God, maybe you're not answering what's happening, have patience. Have patience.